And welcome back to NAT Chat. I'm Mirella Rich. If you've just joined us, we're here with Steve Fioretti, who is an entertainer, actor, musician, singer, magician, and he runs his own entertainment business. Welcome back to the program.
Thanks.
Now, in your work, when you do the children's parties, do you have like a structure? Do you write your own material, or how does it work?
Well, I actually have, especially for the Off Sneaky Bottom show, I have pretty much a show that I do that I wrote myself, and you know, some of the things that I do in the show might have been slightly borrowed, like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, Grandma bought a big fat bra.
I've heard that one.
Then she bought some undies that were brown. She tried them on, but I pulled them down. You know, that sort of thing. So I borrow a little bit from existing and then may change things, but fundamentally the magic, the games that I do in the show are pretty much what I've created, and that's evolved over years. You know,
yeah.
I've refined it, and it's a wicked show. It's a really honestly, children just love what I do, and I really love.
If you have that love for them, it comes through. You know,
it does.
That sincere, genuine love for them, and that you want to give them joy and happiness.
And you know,
they feel it.
That's the thing that I find that is the quintessential thing that really makes what I do so amazing, because I love the children, I love the parents. You know, it's really this need for me to want to connect with other people, and I just do it through games and magic and entertainment and singing. But the essence of it is to really all join together and laugh and really celebrate life together. That's the essence of what I do.
And children are so open to that, to happiness and joy, and to have good things, because that's how we all should be as adults as well. You know, we should never lose that.
Well, a few drinks and most adults are closer to that, you know, because I do a lot of work with I do a fair bit of corporate work where, you know, it's cocktail kind of setting, or, you know, and a few drinks and a lot of adults are really...
Children again.
Yeah. Although the character, the Charlie Chaplin character that I do for a lot of elderly people, works fantastic as well, because regardless of their mental condition, they recognise Charlie and remember their childhood and that connection that they had with this amazing child dressed as a clown, dressed as a Charlie Chaplin, that they remember. And so, you know.
And do you feel this is like your great calling in life, one of your, like almost like your vocation, to be there, to be entertaining? And
I do, and it didn't come through toil and struggle of, oh, what have I got to do? I went overseas and I had a really horrible time over there, and just kind of decided that I had done a little bit of theatre training beforehand, but discovered that, you know, it's what I wanted to do, and I was determined, you know, I'm going to go back to Oz and be a performer, and that's what I've done.
Oh, that's beautiful. And what part of your work gives you the most joy and satisfaction, would you say?
Well, I've probably already said it, but it's just that ability to look into another's eyes and in delight and sheer joy, you know, leaving a party or a function with maybe everybody was a little bit stale or, you know, bored or whatever, and then I come along and just lift the energy, and because it carries, because it lifts people, and then they lift each other, and then I've kind of done my job. Often it's like an icebreaker. And you know, just that reward that I feel of being able to support joy and energy and life in other people.
It's beautiful. I remember once my friend asked me to come and do like a puppet show for one of her daughter's birthday, and there's all these little children around. I'm doing this like puppet show, but it was cute. It was like a children's puppet show, but with a beautiful message of, you know, love and be kind to each other. And they loved it, and then they all were behind the puppet show. They wanted to play the puppets as well, which meant They didn't know the lines or anything, but you know, so in the end, we all did it together with this like great unity. And when I went to leave, the little boy, her son, he was crying and crying. I'm thinking, because I just wanted to love them, and and the little boy was crying and crying and kept holding me, and I said, I'll be back again someday, you know. And it's good when you see that children are really touched by love, you know, and happiness.
Absolutely. And people say to me, do you have to be different when you're performing to adults as opposed to children? And honestly, I always see the child in the adult, and that's who I speak to, and that's who I'm connecting with. And the child's there. A few drinks helps, but adults don't have to drink to get in touch with that. They just need a little bit of space to start with, and then when they can see it's safe, and then they come closer and open up. And, you know, that's magic.
Well, they need to do acting courses, because it makes you humiliate yourself.
They could.
Because with acting, they say, I remember when I started doing acting first, and they were saying things like, walk around the room and say hello to the furniture. And I'm thinking, are you serious? Like, we had to walk around and say, make friends with the couch, with the chair, with the table. And they made us do the most ridiculous things that you lose your inhibitions straight away. Because first you don't want to do it, and you think, there's no way, I am not going to do that. And then eventually you get over it, and you lose a lot of inhibition through acting.
Absolutely. I mean, one of the classic things that I'll do, and every party's different, whether it's children or adults, but particularly for children, if I can see that they're a timid bunch, then I'll walk in, and I won't jump around or come in fiercely or with too much energy. I'll come in gently, and I might talk to the plant, and I'll say, hi, plant, and I'll know the birthday girl's name, for instance, and I'll say, oh, do you know where Jennifer is? Have you seen, what? She's over, you know, and so now the energy, I'm directing the energy over here, away from them, so they feel safer, and they're getting, wow, he's strange, he's weird, he's talking to the plants. Oh, that's funny. And then, you know, then they loosen up, and and so although I often have a structure with my shows, always the situation that I walk into will dictate how I operate.
Beautiful. So there's a sensitivity. Thank you so much for coming on the program, Steven.
Thank you.
You've been watching NAT Chat. I'm Mirella Rich, and our guest was Steven Fioretti. I hope you enjoyed the program. See you again soon.